All right, let's talk about AI, but maybe not in the way you're used to hearing about it. We hear all the time about robots are coming for our jobs, right? Well, today we're going to flip that script. We're going to explore a much more powerful idea. What if AI isn't our replacement at all, but our partner? Let's dive in.
So, when you think about AI, which of these two perspectives feels more real to you? It kind of feels like everyone's split into two camps right now. On one side, you've got this whole human versus AI thing, the constant competition, the fear of being replaced. But on the other side, there's a totally different way to look at it, human plus AI, a partnership. And today, we are going all in on that second one, because it might just be the key to everything.
Okay, so let's start with what we're calling the AI question. You know that feeling, right? That sense that we're in some kind of race against the machines. It's where so much of the anxiety comes from. But here's the thing. Is that even the right race to be running in the first place?
This really is the big question, isn't it? Are we looking at a future where we get replaced? Or is this something totally different? A new kind of partnership? Is AI a threat to our jobs, to our creativity? Or is it a tool that could unlock things we can't even imagine yet? It turns out, the answer, well, it really depends on which path we choose to take.
All right, so let's dive into that different path. Let's talk about what a complementary relationship with AI actually looks like. What happens when we stop thinking about competition and start thinking about partnership.
So what do we even mean by that, a complementary relationship? Basically, it's this. AI is amazing at one thing, processing just incredible amounts of data. But it's the human, that's you, who brings the secret sauce, things like judgment, experience, and just understanding how the world actually works. That's the stuff that turns all that raw data into a smart, effective decision.
And this table, honestly, this breaks it down perfectly. Check it out. Look at the AI column. Its ability? Data processing. Its resource? Raw data. And what does it give you? A raw output. Now look at the human column. Our ability is evaluation and critique. Our resource isn't data, it's our knowledge and our lived experience. And the outcome we produce, well, that's an appropriate decision. See? It's not a competition. It's two different skill sets coming together.
Here's the great way to think about it. AI is basically a hyper-powered calculator. It can run calculations at a speed that is just mind-blowing. But think about it. What good is a calculator sitting on a disk? It's useless, right? It's just a tool until a person, a human, comes along, gives it a problem to solve, and then, and this is the crucial part, knows what to do with the answer it spits out.
Okay, but here's where we need to be careful. This whole partnership thing, it only works if we actually do our part. Because if we don't, we can fall into what we're calling the trap of blind dependence. And trust me, this is where things can go wrong. Fast.
So how does that happen? How do we mess this up? Well, it's a surprisingly simple, kind of dangerous path. Step 1, you ignore what you already know. You put your own expertise on the shelf. Step 2, you just blindly trust whatever the AI gives you, no questions asked. And step 3, boom, you get mistakes, real-world mistakes, all because we took the most important player, us, off the field.
And let's be super clear about this. The output from an AI, it's a first draft. It's a starting point. It is not a finished product. If there isn't a knowledgeable human, someone like you, to act as a filter, to reality check its work, to add that crucial context, that raw output can cause some really significant real-world problems.
So, if that's the trap, how do we avoid it? How do we actually master this partnership? Well, the great news is the answer isn't about learning to code or understanding some crazy complex algorithm. No, the answer is something you already have, because knowledge is the key. Your knowledge.
This quote really says it all. Only with knowledge can humans use AI effectively and responsibly. I want you to let that sink in for a second. This isn't just a nice little saying. It's pretty much the golden rule for working with this technology. It's the entire foundation.
And this is what it all comes down to. This is the big aha moment. You are the decision maker. End of story. Think of AI as this incredibly powerful engine, but you're the one in the driver's seat. You have your hands on the wheel. The final call, the judgment, and yeah, the responsibility, that's always on you. So what does this actually look like, day to day? What does your knowledge let you do? Well, it means you can validate what the AI gives you. Give it a gut check. It lets you assess all the context and nuance that a machine just can't see. Crucially, it gives you the confidence to reject information that's just plain wrong.
And all of that leads to you making responsible, smart choices.
And when you start to operate this way, you're not just using AI anymore. You're actually mastering the technology. It's a completely different level.
And here's maybe the biggest takeaway of all. True mastery of AI has nothing to do with understanding the code. It's about understanding the partnership. It's not about being a programmer, it's about being a great collaborator. It's about knowing how to ask the right questions, and more importantly, having the wisdom to judge the answers.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. Once you really embrace this idea that AI is a partner, not an opponent, the whole question changes. It's no longer what is AI going to do to me? Instead, it becomes what am I going to do with AI? The power really is in your hands. So, what are you going to build?